He somehow has some friends that are just in this frat satellite house. We go to one. They're not too keen about letting me in because they just want, girls to go in. But somehow I get in. They basically tell us, bring a 30 rack each person. So I'm like, fuck it. Okay. Like, again, this is like a month of me living in SLO. And again, I've only been like doing this whole like turn up thing, party thing for like a year and a half. I'm not like too into it, like I've never been to a frat party. I don't know how frat life works, don't know how Greek life works, So I pull up to this thing and I'm absolutely out of my element, dude, like completely. Like I've never hung out with frat homies, I've never hung out with sorority girls, I've never been to this large of a function, like maybe one other time. So I pull up and I'm like damn near sober. And I'm like, this has got to change.
That's a really bad idea.
Awful. One of the worst decisions I've ever made.
The thing is, they all know each other.
Yeah, and you're just outcast.
You're big outcast.
So I'm just outcast. So like one dude's like, yo, we got jungle juice, bro. I'm like, fuck yeah. Probably the next worst decision I made. Because who knows what these people were putting in it, At the end of the day, it could have just been jungle juice. But, dude, I woke up... Dude, I was fucked up for a minute afterwards. So, I drink way too much of that. Just get fucked up, dude. And so now I'm starting to socialize with the crowd in just, like, this drunken way. I'm talking to these frat guys, and it's weird because I'm not in a frat. They're like, who do you know? I'm like, oh, dude, fucking, I don't know, this guy, And they're just like, yeah. And I'm just like, wow. I can't believe I'm getting away with this. Then fucking, the cops pull up. And I'm 21 at this point, so I'm not too worried. Because I did supply some alcohol, but they're never going to know that, Fucking, they're like, yo, gotta shut this down. They do. The guys who own the house get fined, I think. And like everyone starts dipping, dude. So I'm like, fuck it, dude. Like, and I'm in walking distance from my house. I'm like, fuck it, dude. I'm going home. I start walking home, and this homie comes up to me, and I see him every once in a while now. But he's a cool guy. But fucking, I see him every once in a while. But I was talking to him earlier in the night, and I see him right now, and he's like, yo, come to this other function with us. At this point, I'm completely split from Bowden, so I know not a soul. Just this guy I've talked to for maybe 10 minutes. We go to this other house. We get absolutely, we just start getting fucking more hammered than we really are. Again, I'm drinking so much jungle juice, I'm on the verge of blacking out. Now now girls are coming up to me like, yo, let's take tequila shots. And I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go. Boom, boom, boom. I'm taking tequila shots. Gets to a point where I'm fucked up, dude. Like, I'm sitting at, this bar in, a house just fucking hammered. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And, I see this girl. Me and her looking at each other. And she's at, the other side of the kitchen. I'm at one point, and, I see her. And, right as I'm about to walk up to her, Bowden, out of nowhere, just comes up and goes, hey, what's up, man? He's just like, dude, what's up? And I'm like, no fucking way. So he pulls up, and I'm just like, holy shit. So me and Bowden relink. We relink. At this point, I'm like, so then Bowden goes and does this other thing with these new group of guys that he's made friends with. I go to talk to this girl. We're talking it up for a minute, and I just black. Couldn't tell you what happened to that point. What I know what happens from this point is that I go back to Bowden. I tell him, dude, I'm fucked up. He goes, okay, let's go outside and let's walk home. Because, this house is in walking distance. We go outside. I take a piss in a bush. And we're taking a piss in a bush. And I black. I'm done. In Bowden. And I can't go any further than outside the front house. Bowden fireman carries me up a hill and takes a left on a street, gets to my house. Luckily, it's pretty fucking close, but it's up a hill. The guy's, carrying dead weight. 150 pounds, but dead weight.
He's used to it.
Yeah.
He's used to it.
Yeah.
He's a girthy man.
Yeah. Dude, thank God it was Bowden and not anybody else. Like, because if it was like, dude, shit, like, think it's me and you. Do you think you could just fireman carry me?
Nah.
Yeah. So thank God it was Bowden, right? He gets me to the house. He puts me on my couch, and I'm sitting straight up, like this, right? Just fucking done. He then decides it's a good idea to go back to the frat party. Leaves me there. Comes back about 3 hours later, and I'm still in the same position. Like, he thinks at this point, he told me when he walked in, he thought I was dead. Like, that's what he thought. He was like, he put me in that position, and he came back 3 hours later, and I was in that same exact position. Comes up to me, slaps me on the knee, goes, dude, are you okay? I'm like, fuck, dude, like, I'm gonna throw up. Start throwing up right there. He then has to fireman carry me to my bathroom. Takes me to my bathroom. I yak there. In the process, as he's fireman carrying me, my glasses fall off. He steps on my glasses, breaks one arm off. So I'm throwing up with no glasses on. He then goes up to my room, gets a backpack, fills it with shit. As I'm throwing up, puts it on me, throws me back on the couch, and that's where I stay for the rest of the night. So he knows I'm good. But he is hammered. So I wake up in the morning, and I've got work. I didn't think the night was gonna turn out like this, dude. Yeah, like, I didn't know that the night was gonna get this wild. I wake up, Bones nowhere to be found. It's about 10 in the morning. I've got work at like 11:30. Odd time to go to work, but
did your alarm go off?
Yeah, I think so. And so Clutch, or I think he probably set an alarm for me.
That's G.
But I wake up and I call him automatically. I'm like, bro, are you okay? I'm like, what the fuck happened last night? Runs me through the story, and I'm like, all right, dude, well, I got to get ready for work, man. I go to get my glasses, and one arm is broken off. I'm like, holy fuck. And at this point, I'm like, I'm basically so drunk, dude. Like, I'm like, holy fuck. Like, I can't go to work, dude.
Yeah.
I still go, but my glasses are shattered. I have to go find another pair. Thank God I brought another pair, like, when I moved in. I don't know what part of me thought of that, but I did. I grab another pair. I go to work, and I'm like, yo, dude, I'm like, damn, this is going to be a bad day. Horrible day. I'm, just feeling awful. I didn't recover for, like, damn near 2 weeks, dude.
2 weeks?
2 weeks. Like, I just had vertigo. I don't know if you know what that is, but, like,
nausea.
Yeah, like, it was just basically, yeah, like, I was just spinning every single day I woke up, dude. And, like, for 2 weeks, and I was like, oh my God. Like, and then so I talked to this girl that I work with, and I'm like, yo, dude, I got fucking the vert, dude. At the time, I was just calling it the vert, the low Uzi vert, that's what I would call it. And fucking, this girl comes up to me, she's like, oh, I had vertigo one time, and I'm like, oh, for real? Like, how long did it last? And she goes, 3 years. I was like, no fucking way. Like, don't tell me, like, I've been here for a month and I'm about to have vertigo for the, like, damn, like, who knows how long. Luckily, it only lasted 2 weeks, but that was wild, dude. Like, it was a wild night. Like, how I got to that frat party, how they let me in, how I got home, the whole part of it was, like, just the wildest.
Do you think it's because, like, the alcohol literally ate a chunk of your brain?
Maybe, yeah.
And it's just like, dude, your brain is gonna suffer for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, no, probably.
Damn, bro.
Probably. Like, that's what I was thinking to myself. Like, dude, I've got probably. The other thing too is, like, he left me for 2 to 3 hours on that couch.
Yeah.
Who knows how like I was probably getting a lack of oxygen to my brain, I don't know if that's true. I couldn't tell you. But scary, dude. For sure.
Yeah.
Like, and that's when I finally told myself, like, yo, you gotta know how to control what you're drinking. You gotta know what you're drinking. Probably don't drink anything that you don't bring when it comes to house parties, and don't don't drink too much.
That's shitty that you had like. Man, your next day would have been so much better if you would have drinking water before going to bed.
Yeah.
That's such an ideal move, bro.
And I didn't get any of that, dude, so.
Man, you woke up literally like with nothing inside you, probably.
Just pain. Just agony, dude.
And you're like, dude, I'm never drinking again. That was your initial thought. I'm never drinking alcohol ever again.
And then the next weekend we did it again.
Are you serious?
Yeah.